Before you start, what exactly you're gonna try testing right now? The smoothness of the car, or what?
So the goal is to give everybody an impression of what it's like to be inside of a Genesis, particularly the GV60. In this car, is to get a good feel for the luxurious interior, the comfortable ride, sport mode, different drive modes, some performance stuff, but also some just general knowledge about the car. And if you have any specific questions about anything particular, all you need to do is just ask me.
Oh, sure.
The ride length is roughly 2 minutes, so feel free to stop me at any point and
Sure, when we
me
come back,
questions.
okay?
Yeah.
Sure.
So right now, as we get going here, well, first of all, let's start off with something really simple. I mean, in terms of interior design, you can see everything is really nice fit and finish. One of my favorite parts about this car is actually the crystal ball down here. I don't know if you've seen this before.
Oh wow, look at that.
So yeah, this flips over, so the drive rotor, the selector, disappears when the vehicle's off. So that way, if you're ever plugged into a charger and you get into the car, you actually cannot put it into drive physically and try to drive away with a car being plugged in. Also, not only does it look great, but if you lean in and the vehicle is being charged, if you lean in and look in, you can see this light up. That means the car's still being charged.
Okay.
And you can set the colors to different ambient colors, whatever you prefer. And once you fire up the car, you'll notice it'll flip over, and that's where the rotor will appear, and that's where you can select
when the
drive.
the engine is on, right?
Exactly.
When the engine on, it's like look like. I'm going to use 2 languages. Okay? I'm going to use my Vietnamese language.
Absolutely. Just let me know if you have any questions.
Cool. Okay. Mình going thử lái xe nha. All right.
So as we get going here, we do have speed limits, so you're gonna notice it's a pretty slow ride. It's not gonna be like a roller coaster whatsoever. But once we get to the part where we can accelerate, we'll have a little go on the accelerator. This particular model is called a performance package. It's the higher trim level, and we offer 2 different trim levels on this car. So we have the advanced and the performance package.
Got it.
With the performance package, you have the dual motor setup, so 1 motor in the front, 1 motor in the back. It's an all-wheel drive vehicle with a combined output of roughly about 428 horsepower, 516 foot-pounds of torque.
Got it.
It's a lot of power. Now, on top of that, we have this boost function here. If this button, if you push it, you get for 10 seconds an additional roughly about 50 horsepower, boosting it up to about 480 horsepower. Now we're gonna have a little test here for you, just so you can feel the acceleration. Are you ready to go?
Sure.
All right, let's have it go on the throttle here. You can feel the real pickup of this car as we go. Unfortunately, the road's a little bumpy, so apologize for that. So you can see the electric vehicles, the torque comes on instantly, right? And it just feels like a performance car. Granted, it is a luxury car.
Got it.
With some heavy performance aspects to it. Now, what we're going to do here is I'm going to actually switch modes. We have 3 different drive modes, and I'm going to switch to comfort mode now, okay? Comfort mode is going to essentially, it's going to make everything a bit more, literally self-explanatory, comfortable. So the suspension is going to be a little bit softer at this point. The accelerator is not going to be as responsive. It's going to give you a more luxurious feel when you get on the accelerator. And all around, it creates a very luxurious drive. This particular car, of course, with the GV60, it comes with a lot of sound insulation in the cabin, specific glass that they use, specific tires and rims. There is sound canceling technology in the cabin to give you that feel of a proper luxury car. Now, as we come around here, we're going to do a little slalom exercise. You can feel as we go through the slalom, the low center of gravity and how sure-footed this vehicle is through direction changes.
Oh, okay. Sure.
So it's roughly about 15 miles an hour. Sorry if it gets a little,
This kind of.
so you can see, it's going to have a lot of twists and turns. And we're going to go up to about 15, and you'll notice the suspension's a lot more compliant at this point. The road's not as bumpy all of a sudden because the car is doing a better job absorbing those bumps. And we'll do a quick pause here. Now this car will do roughly about 235 miles on a full charge.
235
235 miles.
235 khi bị chặt đầy bình.
And the charging times is one of the fastest in the EV market. With the 800 volt charging station, you can charge this car from 10% to 80% in about 18 to 20 minutes. So it's incredibly quick.
20 minutes
to charge. Yeah.
Cool.
Overnight charging. Go ahead.
Yeah, the 0 to 60, and what the
It's in the fours, in
the 4
mid to high 4 seconds.
And
Yeah,
high
with the
4
boost function.
And for this model right here, that is it's kind of upgrade a little bit. What's the price range?
So the price range will start from 59,300, and it will go up to 68,300. So you're in the $68,000 car. The advanced model that comes with a little bit less power will still have basically all the features as standard, but it's just going to simply have a little bit less power at 59,300. So it's a matter of preference.
Between 60 and 70. Okay.
Exactly.
And can you tell me a little bit of the feature on here on the steering wheel?
Sure. So you have all your drive functions here. You have your active steering control or steering assist. You have your smart cruise control. You can set the speed here for cruise control.
What's this?
That is the lane keep assist. So essentially what you do is when you put this button on, the vehicle is going to use the cameras. So you'll notice that there's cameras inside of this car, and it will use the cameras, forward-facing cameras, to detect where the lines are on the ground, and it's going to help essentially keep the car in the lane.
Get the car in in a lane. Okay.
It doesn't make it autonomous, right? It doesn't make it that the car drives itself. You still need to be aware and driving with your hands on the wheel. If you remove your hands on the wheel, you're going to feel a bit of vibration, the car telling you like, hey, we need your hands back on the wheel.
Yeah, I got it.
So so all the drive functions are on this side, and all the phone call, voice memo, everything's on this side. So the convenience factor on the right side of the steering.
Convenience, yeah, okay. And this one is the camera. Okay.
Exactly. And we also have very easily, you can access the, are you familiar with one pedal driving?
Not really.
Not really. So one pedal driving in electric cars is how the vehicle starts to, essentially, to put it very simply, it starts to regenerate the battery using the electric motors that propel you, that accelerate. When you come off the accelerator, it will take the momentum of the car and it's going to turn that motor into a generator, and it's going to start to recharge the battery.
I see.
What it's doing is essentially, as you come off the accelerator, the car will feels like it's slowing down, but it's actually recharging the battery.
Recharging the battery, okay.
You can adjust the rate at which it recharges or regenerates using the paddle shifters around the backside of the steering wheel.
Got it.
So with the right paddle, you can take it down with 25% increments, or with the left paddle, you can take it up within 25% increments, to a point where it's full one pedal drivable. To a point that the car will.
The feature, what's the feature again? One pedal.
One pedal driving. It's
pedal driving.
It's actually called iPedal at the top, but it is the act of driving with only the accelerator is called one pedal driving.
You got it.
And you can see you can switch the levels from 3, 2, 1, and all the way down to 0%. Normally, I myself like to drive it in level 3, so I found my preference, and every driver can make it adjustable to them essentially.
Sure. Lastly, can you turn on the radio? I want to hear the sound.
Most certainly. So the radio's down here, the volume button.
Okay.
You will see a lot of the features are still button, right? They still some analog features, which I love absolutely. The fact that by the way, so we have Bang & Olufsen speakers. Do you want to go loud with the music?
Yeah, sure. Well, good.
Yeah. So you'll notice it's a very good quality stereo system as well.
Okay. yeah. A lot of bass.
A lot of bass. And it's adjustable as well.
Sure.
And now, as I mentioned earlier, so you have a lot of still analog buttons down here, as well as the touch screen you can scroll through, right? So 12.3-inch touch screen there, and a 12.3-inch cluster in the front that is not a touch screen.
I know that some car you can watch YouTube on here. I mean, if you can do that, right? When you're
parked, yeah. But I haven't played around with that feature to mirror my my Apple phone.
Apple phone.
Yeah,
right?
so I haven't tried to mirror it, so I can't give you a perfect answer. In fact, what I can do is, if you haven't been inside yet, if you go and talk to the Genesis booth there, they'll tell you if you're able to do it, because the product specialist said no. I myself am not 100% sure, so I'm not certain if you can do that with this car to mirror your phone onto the actual display.
I'm sure, yeah. All right, sounds good.
Hey, a pleasure having you, Michael. Thanks for coming along.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions?
I'm good for today, for now, and thanks again.
Of course.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too, and I love that jersey.
Oh yeah,
Have you been watching the games?
Oh yeah. Support US.
1-1 with Wales. It's a very strong team, and that was a pretty good game. So, Michael, thank you so much for coming along, my friend. I hope that was some fun for you. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks again. Have a great day. Okay.
Bye. Have a good one.
Bye. Okay. Rồi, xe Michael vừa mới đi là xe này nè các bạn. Genesis GV60. Đó. GV60. Bánh xe, dùng bánh xe Michelin các bạn. Genesis. Xe này là 70.000 đô nha các bạn. 70.000 đô. Đằng sau lưng có một chiếc xe màu trắng nữa nè. Chiếc này cái cũng chở như đó người giống cũng giống xe Vinfast. All right, thank you, my friend. Have a good day. Thank you.
I got a survey for you. You get a $10 gift card for filling it out.
Oh, okay, sure. Let me do this. Let me